Hey y'all, it's Hannah and welcome back to my channel, or hi, hello if you're new here. If you're new here, hi, hello and welcome. My name is Hannah and thank you so much for stopping by and checking out my YouTube channel today. I'm really excited because I'm going to be doing a Q&A, so if this is your very first time watching me or my channel, this is about to be a very fun way for you to learn a bunch of stuff about me. I do these once a month here on my YouTube channel, and I always ask y'all to ask me questions on the YouTube community tab as well as over on Instagram. So without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get into answering these questions right now. Alright, so I'm going to start out with Instagram first, and then I'll go over to the YouTube community tab and answer some of my questions on there. So I am answering 4 questions from each platform. I have decided to start evening things up a little bit. I normally try to answer all the questions that I can, but because so many people are now sending me in so many questions, which is awesome and I love it, I am going to have to start splitting them up just a little bit. So if I don't get to your question in this Q&A, send me a question for the next Q&A for next month, and I will try my hardest to get to that one as well. So the very first question that comes from a person that I have absolutely no idea how to even pronounce this username. I am assuming that it is Gina Pellergini's response. I don't know. I feel like I just butchered that. So anyway, this person wants to know if you could have any dog breed, which one? And I have always wanted a little teacup Yorkie. I don't know why, but they're just so cute. I've always wanted one of those dogs, and I will own one day eventually. I don't really like the fact that you have to get them through a breeder. I normally try to rescue dogs or like get dogs from the shelter, and normally Yorkies do not go often to the shelter, but I do really hope in the future one day to own a Yorkie. I don't know why. They're just really, really cute. I think the reason why I like them is because I had a relative that had a little Yorkie, and he was always such the cutest, little funnest, lovingest little guy. And he definitely made me want a Yorkie one day. They're just adorable. You can dress them. They'll tolerate wearing clothes. I have a dog named Sam, and he is a half-breed. He is a half Chihuahua, half Jack Russell. So he is actually very tiny in his structure, because his structure is more like a Chihuahua, but then he has the colorings of like a Jack Russell. But he is small enough where we can put clothes on him, but he does not like it. He normally rips off his sweaters. He normally rips off his little hats. I don't even try to buy him things anymore off of Etsy. I used to try to buy him things and dress him in things, but he just did not like it. So truthfully, I just want a little dog that I can dress, because I think it's adorable when people put their dogs in like little outfits. I don't know why, but like I'm a sucker for it. Alrighty, I feel like I say this in every single one of my videos recently, and just lately, I don't know what is going on here, but it is currently thundering and it is currently raining again. Yay! I know that we need the rain, but like, come on. Seriously, it is like, I think it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It is dark outside. There is lightning. I can see it lightning outside my window right here in front of me. So if you hear any weird noises, I'm really sorry. We're just in a bad weather storm right now. I don't know. They also said this morning on the Weather Channel that we had 2 hurricanes heading our way on 2 separate weekends, they predict. So that's always a fun time. I just feel like the world is just completely falling apart, but you know, it is what it is. So I'm gonna get back into this Q&A. I just wanted to make that disclaimer really quickly. If you hear anything, that is why. So my next question comes from a person that I can pronounce their username correctly, and this comes from DCXN24Span. She wants to know, when did your love of makeup start? So I tell this story in every single one of my Q&A videos, it feels like, but I don't care because I just love it. So when I was younger, my mom sold Avon, and I would go with her to all the meetings. I would go with her to all the house calls, because I had to make house calls. They didn't have like the online catalog and the online store and everything. You had to go into people's houses, and she had to, take the catalogs with her. And if they wanted anything, she had her big train case. I always remember us toting in this big train case. And if she didn't have anything in the train case, she would have to place an order. And it's kind of funny because I have been tracking makeup packages since I was like teeny tiny. So I absolutely love going with her to these house calls. I would always steal the little sample lipsticks, like, you know, like the little tiny little samples that you would give to people. She would always give them out to people. It was kind of funny because there would be times where she'd be like, I know I have these samples in here somewhere, and I would just be sitting there and I'd just be like, yeah, they're in my room. But anyway, so that's kind of when my love and makeup began. Like, I just really watched her sell these products to these people. I got really curious about it. I liked the idea of playing with colors and putting things all over my face, and that is just where my love began. So yeah, that's kind of a sweet memory too that I have of like going with her to all these little events and going with her to all these house calls. It was definitely fun. I always loved it when it was like little old women that we would go to their houses, because the little old women would always be so funny because they'd be like, I have a granddaughter about your age, or I have a grandson about your age. You want to sit in the living room and do a puzzle, or you want to do a coloring book? And it was kind of funny because I didn't want to do either one of those things. I just wanted to sit there and just absorb it and just take it all in, because a lot of times my mom, she would get not extra pay, but they did it like a point system, and she would get like extra points if she stayed a little bit longer, and if she kind of like talked to people more specifically about the product and how to use the product. So I would want to sit there and just take it all, and I just loved every single bit of it. But sorry for answering your question for a very long time, but pretty much that's when my love affair began. Alrighty, my next question comes from someone, I'm assuming that your name is Andrea Hymed. I'm assuming, again, if I just messed up your username, I'm really sorry. But she wants to know, which is your favorite makeup brand? So I absolutely love Fenty Beauty. I have a lot of their products in my collection. I really like Fenty Beauty, and I have another question coming up here in a little bit, and I'm going to explain more specifically with that question why I like Fenty Beauty. But for the most part, Fenty Beauty is my absolute favorite makeup brand. Alright, I'm not even going to try to pronounce this person's last name, because I'm assuming, just like Andrea, that the other part of the username is their actual name. So this question comes from someone named Naomi, and she wants to know, what's your favorite makeup look you have ever done? And my favorite makeup look that I have ever done, I change this up all the time, but I am actually really, really proud of my tie-dye eyeshadow look that y'all saw on Thursday. I am so proud of that. I actually filmed that on 3 different days. It was kind of challenging to figure out how I wanted to do it. But I'm actually really proud of the way that it turned out. It turned out a lot better than I anticipated. My yellow cut crease look, that also is another one of my favorites that I have recently done. But definitely the tie-dye look, like, I am so proud of myself for that. I didn't mess it up. I did good. I'm very proud of myself for it. So that is my favorite look that I have done. Alright, now I'm going to move on to the YouTube community tab questions, and someone wants to know, what natural beauty products do you like? Is there a beauty purchase that you regret buying? Actually, yeah, I can answer that one pretty easy about the regret buying. I totally regret buying the e.l.f. Putty Primer, the face primer. That crap breaks up your makeup horribly. I don't like it at all. I don't get what the hype is about. I've tried to use it in several different methods, in several different ways. I just cannot get it to work for me. I don't like it. I'm so sorry. If you enjoy that product, that is great. That is good. I am glad that it worked for you. It did not work for me. I also regret buying the Maybelline bronzer, mostly because it was shipped to me broken, but it's not a great product. So I really regret buying that. And then my natural beauty products that I like, I don't really know if this counts because this is skincare, but I love Fleur and Bee, and they have really, really good products. Their eye cream is amazing. Chef's kiss. It did a really good job at kind of like making my dark circles a lot less noticeable. So that I really like and I'm here for. I also really like their face cleanser. It's not the greatest for getting makeup off, so I'll mostly just use that one on days that I'm not wearing makeup, but I still, wash my face or whatever. But if you are looking for some really good beauty products that are natural, and more specifically you're looking for skincare products, totally recommend Flora and B. By the way, I am not sponsored by them, nor am I affiliated by them or anything like that, but you wanted to know, so I answered your question, so there you go. Alright, now we're getting into the question where I get to be more specific about why I like Fenty Beauty. So, this person wants to know if you could be a social media representative of any makeup brand in the entire world, ABH, NYX, or Fenty Extra. Which would you want to represent and sponsor? Maybe add some commentary on what the brand promotes, what's their message, and if you had your own personal promo code, what would it be and why? I actually do have a promo code for Pura Vida bracelets. It's not a code that I got to pick. And there is a couple other promo codes that I do have in my description box that I didn't really get to pick, because sometimes certain brands, or at least the brands that I've worked with getting promo codes with, they don't let you pick your promo codes. I was always under the impression that you got to pick your promo codes. They actually don't. Like, they'll actually take your name, and then they'll just take, like, a random number, which is just bizarre. I think the only one that I did get to create my promo code for was, oh gosh, what's that brand called? I think it's called, like, Petty Pretties or something like that, or whatever. It's an indie makeup brand. I did get to pick my promo code for them, but that's only because they were indie and they were just starting up and they didn't really know what they wanted people's promo codes to be. So they reached out to us and they let us pick our promo codes. But a bunch of other places, I haven't gotten the opportunity to pick my promo code. It's just kind of been thrown at me like, oh, okay, like, here's your promo code, Hannah. Here's what you get to use. So, yeah, I don't know. So there you go. There's a random fact about YouTubers. Sometimes you don't get to pick your promo code. So if I could pick my promo code, I don't even know what I would want it to be. I'm not the greatest at coming up with names. I know that sounds really bad, but it is the truth. So the makeup brand that I would want to sponsor and represent would be Fenty Beauty, and here is why. Get ready, this is about to be a long, long answer. So I love everything that Fenty Beauty represents. I love that they are very diverse with their branding. I think that is awesome. They do a good job of including genders. They do a good job of including races. They do a very good job of being catering to every single person out there in the market. It literally does not matter. I love the message that they represent about being yourself and being proud of who you are, no matter who you are or what walk of life you come from. So I would absolutely love to be a part of the Fenty Beauty team one day. That would be really, really cool. If it doesn't happen, that's okay. But if it does get to happen, that would be really, really cool. So there is your answer right there. Alright, so I have a couple of questions on the YouTube community tab that I really want to answer. So I might actually cheat and I might do a couple more questions from the YouTube community tab. But anyway, this next question, I really wanted to discuss this. So it says, "Hi Hannah, I admire your strength. Can you please tell us how to stay motivated and do not get distracted?" So something that has been helping me recently with staying motivated and just staying distracted, or just staying distracted or not getting distracted, is definitely taking a break from social media. And I feel like the reason why I just paused with saying that is I feel like I'm about to get really attacked because people are about to be, "But you're posting new looks every single day," which is true. I still am active on my Twitter with posting makeup looks, and I'm still active on my Instagram with posting makeup looks as well. But I do not spend hours and minutes of the day on those social media platforms. I used to check Twitter all the time. I used to check Facebook all the time. It used to be a place where, people would talk about, funny things that had happened in their day, or this or that. And it's really not that anymore. I mean, I know there's a lot going on in the world, and I know that there's a lot of topics and things that need to be discussed. the BLM movement, that doesn't bother me. That's not what I'm referencing to at all. What I'm referencing to is the virus. It's just gotten to a point where everybody is just posting numbers, and they're posting people dying, and they're posting this, and they're posting that. And it's so hard to know what to believe and what not to believe, because while I do believe that we should be listening to doctors and to scientists, I also know myself too, like, sometimes they can be wrong. I've had doctors misdiagnose me with things. I've had doctors and scientists give me a wrong life expectancy, just different things like that. The way I view it is, is it a bad situation? Yes, it is. Do we know what our future holds with this? We don't. We really, really don't. And that I will say. But, you just have so many people just arguing about so many things on social media that it's literally stupid and it's literally pointless. Everybody is taking this virus and they're turning it into a political thing, which really aggravates me and frustrates me. So that is the reason why I just decided to just take a social media break, I guess you could say, and not go on there as often. Just share my looks, and that's pretty much it. I don't even scroll through there. I scroll through Instagram for the most part, because a lot of people really aren't political on Instagram, and they're definitely not talking about the virus that much on Instagram. So I'll scroll through Instagram, but as far as scrolling through Twitter and Facebook, I don't do that. I can't tell you what's going on there. I don't know. It depresses me. So I have turned that negative energy off, and I've just turned it into focusing on my YouTube channel and focusing on my makeup and just, doing things that make me happy. So the best advice I could give you is, if something is bringing you down, just cut it off and focus on what makes you happy. My next question is, what's your opinion on the beauty community? How do you think it changed since when you started YouTube? Sorry for eventually bad grammar. English is not my first language. Well, honestly, Veronica, I couldn't even tell from that sentence that English was not your first language. You did really good. So, yeah, your English is definitely far better than mine, and I actually do speak fluent English because English is my first language. So, my opinion on the beauty community, I already did a video, and I hate to be that YouTuber, but I've already did a video talking about how I feel about it and how I don't necessarily feel like it is toxic. I feel like there are toxic people in this community, but I don't feel like the community in a whole is toxic. And I feel like what is toxic is the cancel culture and the drama channels that have nothing better to do than to just sit and kind of make everybody's lives miserable and kind of make things and turn things into what they are not. However, have I lost some respect for certain YouTubers over the last couple of weeks over some drama? I have. I wouldn't really necessarily say it was completely for the drama, but just for the simple fact of there is a certain someone that I think that we can all agree that wants to be at the top, and they will do whatever it takes to get themselves at the top, whether that means canceling just everybody, and whether that means dragging everybody down and convincing other people to get other people canceled. I think it's no secret that this person has had a very, very racist past. This person has had a very sexist past. This person has been given multiple chances to change and is always the core of all of the drama that goes on in here in this community. And, it's sad because this person is very successful and has been very successful. I don't believe this person when they say that they were not successful before YouTube, because I definitely think that they were. But I just think that YouTube helped them in a way, which is fine. YouTube has helped me in many ways. But as far as how I feel about it, I don't really feel like it is in a whole nutshell toxic. I feel like It has changed a lot. I feel like it's no longer about makeup, and I feel like it's mostly about money and greed and who can get this success first and who can get this first and who can do that and who can do this. And I just think it's really sad. And but you know, I'm here, I'm making my content, I'm staying out of the drama, and I'm just gonna keep on being me. Very last question. Hey Hannah, would you ever want to do a collaboration with a brand one day? If so, which brand? So I know I just said that I really love Fenty Beauty, and I do, but I would absolutely love the opportunity to get to do a eyeshadow palette either with Makeup Revolution or with Morphe. I know Morphe is very controversial. I know some people really like Morphe. Some people feel like Morphe is really overhyped. I'm kind of in the in-between with Morphe. There's products from them that I like, and then there's products from them that I don't like. So, yeah, but definitely Makeup Revolution. That would be really cool. Makeup Revolution is a very affordable brand. Everybody and their grandmama can find Makeup Revolution at Ulta or at Target, so it's very easy to get your hands on. So that would be my ideal dream collaboration. I definitely want to do a eyeshadow palette if I ever get the opportunity to do a brand collaboration. Alrighty, y'all. So that was it for this month's Q&A video. I had a lot of fun answering this month's questions. Y'all asked some really good ones this month. If you would like to participate in next month's Q&A, all you have to simply do is hit the subscribe button and also hit the thumbs up button, so that way I know that you enjoyed this video. But do hit the subscribe button while you're down there as well, so that way you can go onto my YouTube community tab. You can keep a lookout for when I post it. I'm going to be doing a Q&A, and you can go ahead and ask me your question over there. You can also give me a follow over on social media, so that way you can keep up with me, you can keep tabs on me, you can keep a lookout for when I do post and upload new videos, and you can keep a lookout for when I'm going to be taking questions for my next Q&A. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching this video. I greatly appreciate it, and I will see you all in Monday's video, and trust me, it is going to be a good one. Bye, my little Hannah corns.